Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so we have the Queen of Swords. And this is a bonus reading for Cancer. So let's take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say tonight. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And so we have the 11 there. Maybe a 1 and a 6. Okay. All right, so I want to start right here. We have a person who you can see the body here, their arm, this is their head, and maybe some kind of hat. It looks like they have a child here that's pointing. And then they have, it looks like a sheep to me, kind of reaching out to the sheep. Now we also have a person here, and you can see the eyes and the nose, and they're hugging him, and it looks like a child, okay? I'm trying to decipher what this is because it feels like, it almost looks like a thought bubble to me, which is like from comic books, right? Where there's the like what they're saying or what they're thinking. And so I kind of get this feeling of really kind of being in a role of maybe parent, grandparent, caretaker, but I feel like there's this sense of being the one to kind of be the emotional support and role model for maybe a younger person. You're the person they come to when they're, upset or scared or happy or excited or whatever. And I think that, this is something that hasn't always been easy for you. I think that, so often in your life, you've really you've not been too much of a person that shares your emotions or your feelings about things. And so I think having this young person in your life has opened you up in a way that maybe you hadn't imagined before. Because here's a being who, comes to you and lets you know, hey, I want you to pay attention to me. Hey, I want you to love me and care for me and, be my kind of cheerleader in life and my teacher and my, the person I can rely on. There's a consistency and all of these things. And I think that, to learn to not hold back your positive emotions, your encouragement, your joys, your, the wonder and excitement and all these things, being able to open yourself in this way and to kind of experience this evolution of self with your with this younger person who is part of your life has been one of the great blessings of your being. And I think that it's all very new to you, even still. And at times I believe you probably struggle with it, and especially when it comes to figuring out how to express your kind of negative emotions, or, you know, when you're feeling agitated or angry or afraid of something, you know, trying to temper that and express it in a way that is constructive, right? Within this context, of course. But overall, I think just generally in your life, it's made it easier for you to not only express how you're feeling, but you yourself to identify what is this thing that I'm feeling right now? Am I getting angry about this, or is this something that like is exciting to me, or maybe it's both, you know? And I think really taking the time to investigate why do I feel this way? How am I feeling? Is the good outweighing the bad as far as emotions, you know? And I don't know if it's a Cancer thing, but I remember talking to my husband, shout out to Dove and Serpent Tarot, who is a Cancer, solar Cancer, and asking him, you know, I think about how I'm feeling constantly. I absolutely am like always checking in with myself, maybe too much, but talking to him and asking him, do you think about like, am I happy right now? Am I doing what I want to do? Am I, how do I feel? Do you think about that often? And he said, not as much as you would think, right? Just kind of go about the tasks of life mostly, and, you know, his interests and his work and, you know, these kinds of things. And that was surprising to me, you know, and I've talked to other people about it because I just was surprised that most people, well, I don't know about most people, but some people do not obsess about how they're feeling like I do. And so it is interesting. And I feel that the more I understand that, the more I understand the Cancer people that I've had in my life, which I've had a lot. I happen to, I don't know, I find my way to Cancer people constantly. So I definitely feel like this is maybe a common, at least solar Cancer, and it depends on your other placements as well, of course. But I do feel like this relationship, and now let me also say, this doesn't have to be a human child. It could also be that you have a companion animal, or this is through like sacred work, or, you know, whatever it is. Now, I also see the lamb, or the sheep, the lamb. And so I'm thinking of kind of the it's almost kind of superficial duality between the crab and the lamb. There is a softness here. There is this real kind of loving, nurturing, and protective energy. Now, I'm not saying that is not the crab, right? But the crab it wears its shield on the outside. It kind of, you know, it's not going to stay and like stand its ground so much. It's going to kind of, go and see itself away from the dramas of what's ever going on, you know, and protect itself. And so I do feel like through this relationship, through this experience of knowing this being, there is a softness in you that has really become so prominent. I think that, there's like this real mindfulness about how you talk to others, how your energies impact others, how you know, you would like to promote maybe, you know, a sense of openness and wonder and excitement and passion and interest in other people through your own energies. And so there is a vulnerable and openness here, you know, and I think that this is something that it's fantastic, and it's I think that, you know, at times it can be really scary. At times you can feel almost maybe embarrassed or kind of annoyed with yourself that you said so much, or you acted in such a way, and, you know, you should be more private, or, you know, keep that to yourself, keep yourself buttoned up a little bit. But I feel like there's so much growth here, you know, even in the little missteps that happen. And ultimately, this is, I feel like, one of the great experiences of your life. You know, you will look back on this time and I think, you know, really cherish this relationship, cherish this self-work that is happening. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna keep looking. And the sound, I'm so sorry. There's something in our house here that goes off late at night. I'm recording after midnight, so whatever it is, it turns on. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's something whirring back there. I don't know what's going on. But let's see. So we have, it looks like, I almost feel like we have this kind of devil archetype right here. And we have it's a person. I'm going to say it's a person, and holding both holding one side of a star. Okay. And then we have these kind of little hearts, and I almost like I love you. There's like a sense of I love you. I love you. And I feel like it's almost kind of, with this devil archetype, it is somebody who really does not live the way that you live. I feel like you must look at them as kind of a rule breaker, or somebody who is kind of untamed and wild and you know, kind of a wild card, you know. But I think that there's this common goal, and I feel like you relate to one another in a way that it just works. And I almost feel like I feel like there's a lot of love there, but I kind of almost wonder if this is like maybe not a sibling, but like somebody who feels like family, like a best friend, or like a creative partner, a business partner, somebody that you are close with, and you trust them enough to do the work with them, you know, whatever it is that you're working on. And TT's out there. She's saying, let me in. Now, TT and Pudgy have not been in the studio space yet. Maybe one time, I think I let TT in. But I have to get things set up. I'm working on how everything's working, and, you know, whatever. I want to get it all together before I start letting them back in here, because they, you know, they don't follow the rules. They're my little devil archetype, because they absolutely do what they please, and sometimes it is very distracting. So until I get really comfortable in here, I'm not letting them in. But they will return, I promise. I do promise that. So anyways, yes, I do feel like this is somebody really important to you, and I almost feel like there's a period of time here coming up where there's going to be maybe something new that you're doing together. And it's so weird. Okay, so again, third reading tonight. I have J-I-M, Jim. I'm not even kidding. In my last 2 readings, I've had Jim come through. So I want to know who Jim is. Who are they looking for? Because they keep coming through. It's wild that they're in every reading. Yeah. I'm actually like really like shocked here. Seeing that. I don't know. It's unclear to me. I know a couple of gems. I know one that actually transitioned last fall. So I didn't have a relationship with this person. So I don't know, but maybe I'm going to have to figure it out, because and I want to know if this is meaningful to you, because it was also in, who was the last one? We had Libra and Aquarius, I believe, were the other 2 that Jim came through in. Very strange. Okay, so anyways, I do think there's something beginning here. Some kind of project. Now, we also have a dolphin. So we have this real psychic energy coming through. Like, I think you're just so... I feel like you're... Like, whatever you have. Like, if it's, I don't know, clairvoyance or mediumship, channeling, a really strong intuition. Maybe you practice some kind of divination. Spirit is talking to you. It is really, really, really potent right now. And so I'm feeling like it's like you're being guided into this new project of some kind. And it feels like it's maybe creative, but I also feel like there's a sense of like a monetary element here. And, and I feel like it's going to end up being maybe more successful than you imagine. Now we have, it looks like a dog flying a kite right here. So I feel like it really is, when I think of the kite, I think of like this kind of daydreaming and allowing yourself to daydream, kind of really floating along with TT, no, yes, I love you, no, she's not gonna stop. Okay, so I do, kind of floating along with the kind of the fantastical and the out there and innovative inspirations, and just really, if you could think of being out in a field on a sunny, breezy day, flying your kite. There are a couple of clouds going by and you're looking at them and you're imagining what they might be. And suddenly, some profound thing strikes you, and it's something that, becomes so key to whatever your next creative endeavor might be. And I feel like as you collect these inspirations, there will be this kind of real dogged resolve to see them through. So I feel like definitely the motivation to get this project going, and not only going, but seeing this thing become something, right? And so I feel like, yeah, this could be your thing. This could be the thing that, like, you've been trying different business ideas or like side hustles or creative projects, and this is maybe going to be the one that kind of takes hold for you. Now, let's see what we have over here. We have a dog. We have a tree. We have 2 birds, and we have a wing, like an angel wing. So, I feel like this is almost kind of a tropical-y thing. I feel like somebody in your life, I almost feel like you had somebody in your life move to like Hawaii or, you know, I don't know, the Caribbean or somewhere. I mean, there's so many other places in the world that are tropical. But I feel like kind of this is a family member that moved away. Maybe like an uncle or something. But I feel like they almost kind of left and just never came back. And maybe they ended up like having a family there and then they passed away after some years or whatever. But I feel like for some reason they're coming through, and I feel like this is almost kind of, not for you, but kind of like a pass this along. And I feel like this is maybe for like mom or dad, or another family member who you feel comfortable talking to about this. And there seems to be at least 2 clear signs coming through. And I feel like if you go and talk to them about this family member, they will tell you, you know, it's weird because these things have been happening that make me feel like they are, you know, leaving me signs. They're trying to connect with me. But I also think it's maybe just me being, you know, it's like wishful thinking. But I feel like if you talk to them, it would be verified. And there's almost kind of this sense of this family member being kind of a guardian over that, your mom or your dad or, you know, whoever, your grandma or whoever it is this was like one of their favorite people in the world. Okay. And I feel like there's almost like this real lament that they went away and whatever happened, they never came back. And there's not a lot of closure there. And so, you know, I think that this is kind of really like, okay, this is something for you, like to bestow, you know, like you get to be the messenger here. You're part of this chain of telephone. And so, yeah, if any of that resonates, definitely, I think, go and talk to whoever it's for. And I think you'll know who it is. Okay, let's go ahead and hurry up before TT loses it. We have Wild Bohemian Affirmation cards. These are the fire element. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll flip through here. And we'll stop where it feels right. Okay, interesting. I haven't seen this one before. And it says, I am love. The eternal flame of your love is unifying. Enjoy being everything. Ooh, I like that. Enjoy being everything. Yeah. Yes. I like that. I'm going to remember that one. Okay. All right, Cancer. It's far past my bedtime. What time is it even? Oh, it's not even that late. It's 12:15. I recorded later than this last night. So, but yes, I'm going to bed right now as soon as I'm done putting everything away. All right. So anyways, I love you. I love you. I love you. You know I love you. And I thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such a pleasure for me. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Absolutely, always. And yeah, I guess that's it. I thank you once again. This is full moon. I have to look. I'm going to look real quick because I know it's coming. I was looking at the moon last night. And I'm like, okay. Oh, it is the full moon. Okay, we're into the full moon. Tomorrow. Is this when this comes? No, this comes out on Thursday. So it will still kind of be the full moon. It's like this, or leaving Scorpio into Sagittarius. So this Scorpio full moon absolutely has me in my emotions. It is just, right now it's Libra, it says on here. Well, anyways, I don't know. I'm not, I'm no expert about anything, but I can tell you that I have been so emotional. Part of it is because we just got done moving the studios, moving the house, all of that stuff. And I am worn out, and I'm not good with being tired. I am such a moody little baby about things and crying and and everything else. So anyways, I'm working towards getting through this full moon cycle, and absolutely trying to shake off some of this exhaustion and everything else, but yeah, that's about it. That's about all I've got. Hopefully the moon is treating you well, Cancer. I know you are best friends with the moon, so she kind of smiles upon you, and you don't get it as bad as some of the rest of us, I don't think. So anyways, yes, I love you and I thank you, and we're gonna talk in just a couple days. Good night.